Friends, it is now time to invite our next distinguished speaker for the day, Advocate Bindu Dubey. But before we invite her, I would like to introduce her. And it's my great fortune to introduce Advocate Bindu Dubey, eminent lawyer, Bombay High Court. She is a founder of a registered law firm with offices in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai who handles matters related to criminal, family, corporate and civil. Her firm handles cases in sessions in High Court of Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana, New Delhi and Gujarat and Supreme Court of India. She is a proactive social activist, speaker, and educator engaged in various activities related to education, social awareness, cultural and social, and rights issues with National Human Rights Commission, National Commission of Women, and National Child Rights. She is a founder at Advocate Bindu Dubey and Associates, a founder at NRI Lawyer in India, a trustee and chairperson at Bindura Foundation, a national member and state president, Cyber Security Council at Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, an advisor and on advisory board member at Cyber Security Company, Laden Solution Dubai, a member of BJP Maharashtra Pradesh Karyakarini, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Cell, a state secretary from BJP Maharashtra Uttar Bharatiya Morcha. We warmly welcome Advocate Bindu Dubey. Let us all give a huge round of applause for ma'am. And ma'am, may I kindly request you to now address the gathering. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Before starting anything, I would like to thank the management of college for inviting me over here, and it's a sheer pleasure for me to be with students. I love to be with students because I get to know and learn new things with them, of course. Well, the topic is gender neutrality here. The time is really very short. Like, if we just start discussing this topic, it will take hours and hours and hours. So, to start with, I was invited here in this college by a male, Dr. Saurabh, Mr. Ayush, another male. He kept on coordinating with me to call me here. Another male student, he called me here, he helped me here to be here. So, and one more thing, the driver who took me safely from Mumbai to Pune is also a male. So what I can say, that being a female, I have never been in the habit of seeing men in a bad light. Because of course we are coming from a family unit, we are coming from a family, we are coming from a society where men and women, they are equal stakeholders. And being a woman, I could not have been doing anything if I was not having the support of the male members of my family. Well, so Advocate Aditya, he was speaking about his practical cases and everything, and I was completely agreeing with him. Whatever he was telling here, all these were just practical problems that we are facing. So now what happens? There are a lot of acts that are meant specially to protect women. DV Act is one of those. Then we are having POSH. Then we are having POXO is something which is gender neutral. That is the act. But that is covering only males till the 18 years of age. After that, males somehow, they feel insecure. Because you must have noticed, because I have been handling cases from both the sides, from males as well as from a female side. So what happens, many a times, females, they come up with wrong complaints, wrong FIRs of 498A, along with other sections. They try to impose a lot of sections like forgery or fraud or 376, anything, whatever they think, they do that. Why? Just to settle scores. And what happens? Ultimately, we are seeing the data is increasing, that there is a lot of atrocities are being done against females. So that is also one point. Of course, females are suffering, that is one story. And males too are suffering, that is the other side of story. I have seen a lot of males, in fact, today, one of my clients, he's very restless since last 3-4 days because he has received a call from commissioner's office. He's so scared. I told him so many times that you'll be just counseled. They'll be taking your statement, nothing else. Don't worry, you have all the proof. But the guy is really, really frightened. Why? Because he knows that if something happens, he can go behind bars. He is really clueless about the sections that can be imposed on him. So this is one side of story. The wife, what she wanted exactly, she has already done a DV case on him 2 years back. She has started getting interim maintenance. So now why she has started again blackmailing this guy? Just because she wants the sole custody of child and she doesn't want to follow the order of the access order that was given in the court in the DV matter by the judge. So basically she wants to get rid of this man, that is her husband, without giving him any access of the child. So now if we talk to this man, he is going to talk everywhere that females are misusing the laws. Fine, so this is also one side that I wanted to put forth. The way Mr. Aditya Pratap was saying that there is some sort of insensitivity of protection officer. Yeah, that is also truth. The same thing happens in police stations, and we are having a lot of agencies, a lot of organizations, a lot of forum and all to protect women. Still, their rights are not being protected properly. Again, a practical example. There is a woman who is in a very bad marriage since last 10 years. She has left the boy. The boy is a goon from some other state outside Maharashtra. What he has done, after filing the case with Women Commission, the Women Commission ordered the police station, as per jurisdiction, to take action. Now what happened? There is a female IO. The female IO does not want to work for a female. That is also a problem. So we can never say that a female is going to work for female. In fact, I have encountered a situation in one of the courts where there was a rape victim, and it was such a big matter, and the judge was female, the lawyer was female, the victim was of course female, a lot of, the public prosecutor too was female, and the judge was so insensitive, she passed a remark, "You don't look like a rape victim." What was she expecting? That is also one question. So anyway, so these are some tactical things. If we talk about gender neutrality and gender equality, there are two things, two different things. If I'm talking about gender equality, it means that this is my office. I have to have 50% male employees and 50% female employees. That's like that. If I'm talking about gender neutrality, it means only the person who is suitable for the job, that person should be hired as per the skill sets, knowledge, etc. So the debate of gender neutrality versus gender equality can go on and on and on for hours, days, months and years. There is one act, that is POSH Act, that is meant specifically for protection of women at their workplace. A woman who is going to workplace should feel safe, and this is mandatory for all the organizations who are having number of employees more than 10. Even this law is being misused. So sometimes what happens, the problem is that the suffering women, they don't get the justice because either it is delayed, very delayed, and they just lose hope. Or what happens, sometimes they themselves become the perpetrators. What happens in a corporate scenario, if a female is not working well, if the male boss is trying to suggest her that she should focus on her work, and he is not giving her increment or something is happening, what will happen? The female, normally a lot of females, they go for filing a fake complaint under POSH Act with ICC, that is Internal Complaints Committee in their organization. And I'm very much sure that a lot of people from this very good gathering, you must have encountered this situation, or you must have really seen or felt this situation, that this is something that is happening everywhere. Not every time the males are perpetrators, and not every time the females are sufferers or victims. So I hope I'm not sounding against females. I'm definitely not against females. But I feel that we should also think in a gender neutral manner. It should start from here. I should be treated as a person, not as a male or female. I should be respected for my knowledge, for my skills, for my work, for my ethics, etc., for my capability, and not because I'm a female or a male. So this is the thing. Before putting allegations on any particular sect, we have to see whether the person is deserving or not. If we talk about, there is basically one law that is very famous, what females do, Section 376, all of us know. This law is not gender neutral. After Nirbhaya case, there was a committee formed, Justice Verma Committee. What happened that he came up with a lot of suggestions, and because he was getting a lot of complaints from a lot of groups, males, LGBTQ community and other people. So they actually tried to replace the word woman with person and rape with sexual assault so that it can become a gender neutral law. But after so much hue and cry from feminist groups, this had to remain intact. Finally, after the Criminal Amendment Bill 2013, it remained as it is. So it could not be made a gender neutral law. So the law is important in any society, and any society is a reflection of its law basically. So both the things reflect each other, law and society. The laws are enough, but there should be proper preparation to implement those laws. There should be one more mechanism to check that no misuse of any law is happening. If I start talking about cases, a lot of cases are there. Sometimes males are very good, sometimes females are very good. So we cannot brand a particular gender as right and a particular gender as wrong. We cannot do that. I have a lot of females who really need justice and who are not getting justice. I have seen a lot of females. You were talking about this asset affidavit filing as per the this Rajneesh versus Neha case. What happens? A lot of people, they hide their income. Why do they hide their income? So that they are not required to give any maintenance to the wife. It's okay if you don't want to give any maintenance to your wife, but you should not ignore your child. People become so blind and so inhuman that they even forget their small child. One of my female clients is suffering for maintenance since months. She is forced to live with her child at her matrimonial home where her father is a cancer patient, her mother is a TB patient. Her husband knows very well, he's earning very well, and he knows that the child is in a very threatening kind of situation because he's living with patients of TB. The child can get infected with TB, still the person is just trying to avoid maintenance after filing one or another application. So, in fact, a lot of laws are there, but the need is to make sure that the proper implementation is there. I would like to put forth here one more example. There is one case, POCSO. This is a gender neutral law. There is a client of mine whose daughter was being sexually assaulted by her own husband. That is, the daughter was being assaulted by the father itself. The father is an influential person. I don't know how come they are able to manage everything. Anyway, this is the normal scenario that is happening. After a lot of efforts, after reaching a lot of forums and all, finally the police called this lady. They got scared that now they are being watched by commission office and all. Still, what happened? They tried to scare the little child and her mother so much that finally she backed out. She said that I don't want to complain because it's about my daughter. And she is going through a trauma. So even this is not good. So having law is one thing and having their implementation is one thing. And just law and implementation cannot do anything if the change is not coming from inside. Awareness is also one point. If you are not aware, you are not empowered. Knowledge is something that gives a power. If we are having knowledge of certain things, if we know that this is a crime against us, only then we'll be able to raise voice. Sometimes people know that this is a crime and they have all the right to complain against this crime. But what happens? They don't know the proper channel of complaining for this crime, against this crime. What should happen in the society? As a society, will have to change. We'll have to instill gender neutral values in our children. How? When a student is coming to a school or college, the student is a student, not a male or female. That is something that is more required. A female child should not be told that pink is your favorite color, or you like pink and blue is for boys. That stereotype should not be anywhere. The society will have to change, and will have to start it from the family, from the college itself, schools itself. We'll have to train our daughters and our sons. Our sons, they need to know that they have to behave properly. Even our sons need protection. So basically, what I want to say here is that we all are living in a civilized society. Of course, there are crimes, and crimes are bound to happen in any society, but there should be a proper mechanism to redress and address those crimes. And there should be proper values instilled in children from an early age, so that the girls know that yes, this is our right, and we should say no to such behavior. We are not meant to bear atrocities anywhere. Similarly, we'll have to train our boys that they have to behave like gentlemen, without anything, without any other bias against the females. So a lot of things can be said, but I think my time is over. So I would like to just stop here itself. But before that, I would like to thank everyone. And thank you so much, everyone, for giving me a patient hearing for 10-15 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sensitizing all of us on this very important topic with your comparative analysis.